Vision was merely blurred, but she fell to the weight of Desta's well arcing toward her. She muscled up to a shallow cave, struggling for her life to climb over the edge. Desta was right up and in the cave behind her, swinging at her. The sound of clashing steel and screams of hatred were ominous compared to the backdrop of bodies falling to the bottom of the mountain. The constant pitch of skulls cracked and the disappearing screams of fallen warriors reverberated but drowned out by the thundering rain. Jahza was an expert with the short sword, with the second approach nicking Desta's cheek. This angered Desta even more. She went off, throwing clawed haymakers, backing Jahza into the corner of the cave. Jahza gives her a roundhouse kick, smashing Desta on her side with such force she splattered to the wet ground. Then jabs at her while she's still down with a short sword, barely missing her head. The river was above Abeni and his men's neck in some places, but to no avail. They were in the heat of it. The Avanla were excellent fighters and adept swimmers. However, the fog and thunderous rain began to wear on them, and they lost communication with most of the infantry. Hand-to-hand combat was quickly becoming desperate swipes for survival for the Avanla. Blood splashed the river's edge as thick as mud, and dozens were yelling and dying on both sides. The higher the water level climbed, the better Nimbali defense became. The Avanla began to panic, with exhaustion now a factor. They began to use what strength they had to swim towards something, anything to hold on to stop the constant dunking, drowning, the most dreadful of deaths. The bodies of Nimbali and Avanla warriors began to stream past them, but they found the weight of a dead body to reprieve. Let me say that last part. Yeah. The bodies of Nimbali and Avanla warriors began to stream past them, but they found the weight of a dead body no reprieve. Abini, realizing the battle was won through a rope to the men around them. The form, I'm sorry, sorry, that's a typo there. It's throwing me off. Let me fix this and we can start from that same spot again. Yeah, give me about 15 seconds and fix this sentence. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Benny, realizing the battle was to be won through a rope, They formed a circle and tied themselves together, using combined strength to stay above the river. One at a time, each took their pants off, slip knot both legs, but them. Shit, hold on 1 second. One letter can throw me off. Sorry, typo. Sorry. It's crazy. This is crazy. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Perfect. One at a time, each took off their pants, slip knot both legs, put them around their necks, and began to cut hand to fill the pants with air, creating life preservers out of them. While dead and dying Avana pleaded in gulf-free air, trunks of Nimbali trees began diving into the river to save their brethren and finish off what was left of the Invanla. The sound of machetes hacking and drowning Avunla, who, knowing their fate, scratched and grabbed at the canoes anyway. Abeni is in the canoe, powering toward the bottom of the mountain. The anomaly was in full force. Lightning pulsed through stormy skies, and Abeni anxiously wiped his eyes looking up, only to catch the blur of a cave snug right up against the alcove wall where Desta and Jaza were fighting fiercely inside. The Avunla quickly climbing toward the cave from the top, and both sides he yells, "She's surrounded! They're going to kill my sister!" He quickly wipes water from his eyes, and up through the fog, high among the clouds, in a lightning strike, with the flash so bold and bright, he could see Oranga bloom. She and Zaluka were holding on for their lives. Spyro had just blown out of the basket by 80-mile-per-hour winds, flailing behind the balloon like a rag doll. The basket is moving downwind, but the mouth of the balloon was closed and blowing literally. Z yells, "Hold on! We're losing altitude! Turn on the burners!" The wind shifted and he lost his footing, but Oranga caught him and quickly tied a rope to him, waist to waist. "I can't! We must lose altitude to get over here." Oh, I'm sorry. Can we punch that? Can we stop that and punch that back a little bit? See how that sounds? Because I don't know if I was sounding. Hold on. We're losing altitude. Turn on the burners. Yeah. Hold on. We're losing altitude. Turn on the burners. The wind shifted and he lost his footing, but Oranga caught him and quickly tied a rope to him, waist to waist. "I can't. We must lose altitude.